I want to watch this story with you and react to it as it goes through.
It's about an idea that could make a real impact on Portland's homeless crisis. Kitty Hawk tweeted at our Maggie Vespa and said, "It just seems elementary that the city should identify and designate legal encampment areas and then provide on-site portable toilets, showers, laundry facilities, mental health counseling, and addiction services."
Right, Kitty? I mean, people are in camps. People are living in tents. Maybe we need to make legal places because obviously they are still living in camps.
She added, "Could you report on why that hasn't happened?"
Why? Oh, let me report on that, Kitty. It's because the cities of America are like, fuck you, homeless people. Go suck a big hairy dick and get out of my life. Problem solved. Back to you, Dan.
And yet, Brian, another viewer, took it a step further. He forwarded an email that he sent to the Portland Housing Commissioner and added, "Hey, Dan, I hadn't heard any progress on the Safe Rest Villages, so I reached out to Commissioner Ryan's office. There's no progress, and they haven't even started."
Oh, amazing.
He added, "Please look into how these camps can be ready by the end of the month, or even the end of
By the end of the month? Who is this guy? What? He wants things to happen? Brian, I'm going to pat you on the head, you sweet little summer child.
the year. Brian and Kitty, thanks to both of you. Great questions. You both have been paying attention to what's going on in this city. And they're both right. The city is planning on opening these legal sanctioned camps called Safe Rest Villages to help get people off the streets. Now, earlier this year, Commissioner Ryan said that he wanted to have them open this month, but the debut has been delayed to the end of this year. To top it all off, this week, we learned a camp that's already housing dozens of people has been told it's got to move.
Okay, this month, he's like, I want it to happen this month. No, this year. Oh, there's a camp open right now. Yeah, you got to go.
Here's Maggie Vespa.
Yeah, Maggie, tell the story.
In a city already struggling to provide housing.
Can you believe this is in the richest, most Christian country in the world? This is not a refugee camp on the border of Tijuana. This is Portland, Oregon.
Shelters, even just empty land where people can camp.
Look at that. Look at those places. Look at all that land. Look. There's a place. There. I mean, like, why not just right here? Why not a whole fucking camp? Nobody's using this shit, are they? Looks like a bunch of bullshit. How about right here? The whole thing could be homeless people. In between roads,
Can camp, a village successfully housing dozens, has to find a new address.
Get out. Yeah, it's too nice. You got really prime property here. Get out.
Fast.
Like
It's called Queer Affinity Village.
Yeah, that's in the name.
It's at Southeast Main and Water, and the city and county opened it last year to give homeless people in the...
Oh, those are those pallet shelters. They're about $5,000 each. I'd like to buy one of those and put them in Akron on my land that I'm illegally sheltering homeless people.
LGBTQ community, somewhere safe to live during the pandemic. It seemed simple. The city owns this land, but now there's a problem.
What's the
As
problem?
The Portland Tribune first reported, the city signed a deal long ago to let a developer turn this property into office buildings.
Oh, well, say no more. Say no more. I mean, office buildings. I didn't know office buildings needed a space. Oh, fuck you, queer homeless people.
And the work is supposed to start soon.
Oh.
Ideally, next month.
Yeah,
there
next
is
month.
some time there. They are not looking to kick off the village that is on that property on October 1st. They want
Dennis Therault with the Joint Office of Homeless Services says officials knew this was coming. This site was always supposed to be temporary, as was the one across the street. Officials have...
Oh, my God. A homeless office building there's a poor office building somewhere that needs to go there.
Already moved another village for Black and Indigenous people.
Oh, my God. Can it get worse? There's some Black people, Indigenous people. Fuck all of you.
To a new property in the Lloyd District.
When those sites were developed, last spring, we didn't think COVID would still be with us like it is now.
Oh, can you believe things happened we didn't think would happen? God, I don't understand. Jesus Christ.
The Delta variant.
But COVID is still with us.
I'll be
and while
darned.
there's no new data to prove it, Portland's housing crisis
Seems fine here. They just got him on this bridge. Ugh.
appears worse than ever. Finding new land, Thuralt admitted, won't be easy, but they're working on it.
We asked people here in this village if they wanted to talk to us about basically having to move, and we were told, not right now. They say they're still processing all of this, and they're not really interested in doing interviews.
Not right now, whatever your name is. Why don't you go fuck off right about now? We have to fucking move.
Despite the uncertainty, in recent interviews, homeless people have told us they want more camps and villages like this. It gives those on the streets a more organized option.
What? No, this is stupid. Homeless people don't know shit. They're so stupid wanting this. Homeless people are idiots. We need more bureaucrats to get involved here.
This man didn't want to show his face, but was adamant. Outdoor villages, he says, are the answer.
Do you feel like a lot of people
Why doesn't he want to show his face?
would use that?
Yeah, as long as it was humane and it was.
Of course they're going to use it. They're out there right now.
You still have your freedom and stuff. I'm sure, yeah, a lot of people would.
And it's not about drugs. It's about coming and going and not having to go to bed at 8 o'clock in the, like our shelter in Akron, 8 p.m., maybe 8:30, curfew. No doors on the stalls and no showers in the no curtains in the showers.
And the city promised months ago that was coming. Back in June, Housing Commissioner Dan Ryan announced the city was using $20 million in federal COVID aid to open 6 organized camps
Where'd it go? What? 20 million? How many millions is it going to take?
across Portland. He called them Safe Rest Villages and said this on our air.
And so if we could have 6 of these villages up and running by the end of September,
yeah. Oh my
that's a step in the right direction.
That is.
The end of September. That's just a couple of weeks from now.
Not
And the
looking
city
good.
has yet to announce locations for these villages,
Weird.
let alone open one. To be
Yeah.
fair, Commissioner Ryan's office has shifted that target date
Has
to
he?
the end of the year,
Yes.
but they never told us why.
Why? Because they're bureaucrats and they give no fucks about people living on the streets of the richest, most Christian country in the world. They give no fucks.
Last week, we began asking for a sit down with the commissioner, and Thursday, he carved out some time.
And so for people sitting at home and they're wondering, what's the holdup?
Yeah.
Why did
What
that
is the
plan not
holdup?
pan out? What's the answer to that?
Yeah, we said we would start the building of them this month. And as I recall, the promise was that we would have them open for people to reside in, where they can receive their services by the end of the calendar year.
No, asshole.
When asked about his initial statement about opening the villages by the end of September, the commissioner said he believes he misspoke, and they're actually supposed to be open by the end of the year. He says the city has hired 4 staffers to help run these villages.
Hired 4 people. They've hired 4 people with the $20 million.
And his office will start releasing addresses for at least some of the sites next week.
For those who, again, who are sitting at home, and just because we hear from them a lot, your constituents, and they heard months ago that this was a plan. They heard that these villages were going to be on city-owned land. They heard that the money was there because it's federal COVID aid. And they're wondering, couldn't this be moving faster?
Yeah. Wait, couldn't we be doing this a little bit? It's tense, dude.
Like, we have an emergency. Couldn't this be going faster?
Thank you. Yeah.
What
do
would you say to that? Just
what would you say to that?
Well, you have total alignment with the entire city council, with the county commissioners as partners, and we have a great team in place all within 2 months. And I think that they will be hopefully remain supportive and helpful as we do some really tough work to get these up and running by the end of the calendar year.
We got to go to Walmart and buy some fucking tents. Then we got to go over to the, another store and get some tarps. There's a lot of tough work.
This is a complex. humane challenge.
Oh my God, so complex.
This is a humanitarian
They've obviously made camps here. Didn't seem to be too complex for them.
Crisis, as people know. And That takes complex. Methodical solutions. We're on the right step. We're taking action. Yes. We're doing what Portlanders are asking us to do. And I'm thrilled that we have the team in place.
I'm thrilled.
So we can get this
you got
action
a team because you just hired
once again,
4
the
people.
update tonight, Commissioner Ryan says Portland is on track to open those safe rest villages this year. And we are expecting addresses on at least 2 of the locations next week. Dan?
At least
we'll be watching the calendar, Maggie. Thank you.
These people. God. Assholes. Fucking assholes. Give no fucks. Don't give a shit. Bureaucrats are idiots. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's human beings, motherfuckers.